Hi there, I'm Brian.
And I'm Free Ryan.
And this is Salem State Discussions. Our topic tonight is smoking on campus. Tonight's guests are Sean, Pat,
Good evening.
and Tim. What's up?
How are you?
All right.
Good evening,
What
sir.
are your feelings on the topic, crew?
You know what? We're adults now. It's no longer a high school thing where they can tell us we can't do this or can't do that. We're adults. We're living on our own. I think we should be able to smoke where and when we don't. And I understand Massachusetts and many other states can't smoke inside restaurants and hotels and stuff like that. And there's, but to take away our smoking rights outside, I feel that's just, slapping America in the face.
It's preposterous.
I agree. And you know what? I mean, if they're going to take away the privileges to smoke on campus, they should at least have designated areas where we can go and smoke, butt huts, stuff like that. It's a little unfair.
They have, I used to live in Las Vegas, and I've been to the airport there. They have smoking sections inside. I mean, it looks like a smoker's aquarium. You're in a little area, but at least you can smoke there.
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that because America is actually one of the countries that only has no smoking area for the airport. A lot of Asian countries like Korea, Japan, China, Singapore is designated smoking area, like you said, like an aquarium type. It's really crazy like that. And you know what? We're in college, and the college is supposed to prepare us to help us to make better decisions by ourselves. We're not gonna have the rules that abide us when we grow, when we get out of here. And if we feel like we can smoke, we could. Indoors, I don't think it should be indoors. But outdoor, I think it should be an open discussion.
Yeah,
I completely agree.
It's no way Salem can say, "Oh, we own the air." You know what I mean? I understand air pollution, secondhand smoking. Everyone knows, unless you live under a rock, that smoking is bad for you. We know that. I mean, every time you put one of these in your mouth, you're like, "Oh well, I'm gonna do it anyway because that's what I want to do." It's our choice as human beings.
Yeah, we should be allowed to do that.
But at the same time, you have to be courteous about it. You can't throw the cigarettes on everywhere,
Well, I mean,
and if we had those designated areas, we'd be able to put our butts in.
They need to start placing ashtrays to
And you know what?
minimize landscaping fees.
Last year they did have areas where we could put our butts after we were done smoking. And
Dean College is one of the colleges that actually has us butt huts,
Yep.
like designated smoking area. And actually, I met a couple of staff that work in the facilities, and they actually like that school better than other school who has open smoking because, well, first of all, it's concentrated. The amount of garbage and trash, the butts, is concentrated within the radius of somewhat that area. Yep. And when they're there, they have right to smoke. They have right to do what they're designated for. If you don't want to be there, you can choose not to be there.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like you're gonna make, the students who do smoke who attend Salem State quit. Oh, I can't smoke it. Well, I'm just gonna quit entirely. Go cold turkey. Yep. No. Have you ever walked in front of White Dove where you can pick up a pack of cigarettes? It's one giant smoke cloud because that's where everyone goes to smoke now. That's on my way to class. I mean, now every time I walk by there, I have to inhale, a lung full of smoke. That if we had these smoke huts, I could just avoid them and say, maybe I don't want smoke in my lungs. I'm just gonna go around them. And now I'm forced on my way to school where everyone smokes on their way to class. And now I got a lungful.
Actually, you know what's the irony of all this? Last year we were open campus to smoking, but this year we're supposed to be tobacco-free campus, right?
Right. Yep.
Have you guys noticed the migration from everywhere to the bike path?
Yep,
you know what's so funny?
The bike path is a popular spot now.
Bike path is supposed to be where you're supposed to run, get your cardio done, work out, be healthy.
Yep.
And we're all, smokers are occupying it.
Yep.
Screw that place.
They just move
It's
somewhere
bad.
else.
It's bad that we feel bad for both, but those two should not be collided.
We're kind of forced into that situation a little bit.
Like we literally made the bike path into our designated smoking area.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's one of those places, like in front of White Hen or White
Literally.
Dove.
As students, if any students, if you're bound by the rules, your first reaction as a human is to find the loophole in that system.
Exactly.
That's the first thing that any
It's
human
America right there.
But I mean, all right, Pat, you made a point earlier today about trash, about how butts are just going to be left around, and
It wasn't always the situation though, because like I said, last year we had those places where outside the buildings where we could dispose of our butts without literally them throwing them on the ground. And the only way that they're gonna get rid of them is that they clean it up themselves. I mean, these just don't decompose in the parking lot very well.
I agree,
Let's
but
face it.
from the last college I came from, there was butt huts, there was ashtrays, and there was still cigarettes on the ground everywhere.
Well, I mean, I feel like now,
if they get
now that
the
we've had the tobacco-free campus for a little while and people are kind of forced into it,
We're gonna follow the rules.
Well, I mean, if we had the designated areas where we could smoke, people aren't going to abuse that and go smoke like other places.
There's
We're going to go to
no
bar
need
huts.
to. No
Yep,
reason
there's
to.
not gonna be
I
a reason.
disagree because it's one of those things where if you give the college student an inch, they're going to take a whole lot
Mile.
more. Yeah, they're going to take a whole mile.
Actually, I want to
Kids
put
can do
in,
what they want, no matter what anyone says.
actually, to be honest, if you enforce designated smoking area,
Yeah.
right, we give the campus police right to write us up
Yeah.
if we're outside of the designated area.
Yeah, but how many
I would
times?
be more than happy to go to a designated area if there was one that we could go to.
I understand that, but it's still, that's like the point of like people flicking trash and stuff like that is like they're still gonna do it. It's not
Yeah.
gonna stop them. I mean, it's even the campus police have the right to write us up. They have the right to write us up now as a smoke-free campus. But how many times have you seen people smoke on campus? I see at least
Without getting
I
written
see a
up?
handful every
Yeah.
day.
Right
All
as
the
they walk
time.
out the door.
One of the cops asked me for a cigarette. I mean,
Paper for the tickets will cost more to write us up.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, right? The paper, it's more than the paper that's written on. Jesus.
Pens, inks,
All that.
budget, man.
Yeah.
Considering we only
But
have,
I
we
mean,
only have one
obviously,
doctor.
it's another thing. A police now, these people who are campus police. I mean, understand that they're not full-fledged policemen. They're more or less rent-a-cops. I hope nobody's watching.
Rent the car with a state
I hope, yeah,
jurisdiction.
right? Yeah, well, you're not packing serious heat. I'm not, but it's kind of demeaning to them because now
They have more important things.
Yeah,
to
right.
do.
I'd rather be,
Protect
No.
and serve. Not
Protect
worry
and
about
serve,
cigarette
not-
smokers.
Yeah,
hey, dude,
seriously.
you smoking?
Yeah.
Well, go fucking go bust the people
Seriously,
making
yeah,
meth.
They should be
Fuck.
focusing a lot more on making sure people can walk back over from O'Keefe and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the creepy people around here. They're worrying about smokers.
Yeah.
Especially since 90% of people have to park over there.
Oh, right? Oh, Jesus.
Oh, the swimming pool?
Yeah, just over in that area, and people, like, come on, 90-pound girls aren't going to want to walk back alone. I know there's the
Laundry
shuttle
bags.
bus, but the shuttle bus doesn't always
I know,
answer.
I could just steal a girl like that.
Right.
Scratch that, though. But, like, they should be on, yeah, they have serious things they should be doing.
Hey, honestly, I think we're drifting away, but like going back to the tobacco things, honestly, it's college, right?
Ah.
I said it before that they teach us how to make decisions, right?
Yep.
They should force and teach us more.
To make the right ones ourselves.
Yeah, to make the
Exactly.
right ones, to how to respect one another, respect the property, respect those of who's not smoking by choice,
Right.
right?
But
and,
also
and
respect
also
those who
all
are
smoking, who's smoking by choice, also, right? If they educate us in that more ethical and more moral way, why would there? I shouldn't say why not, but should there be more possibility of conflict rising? I say less.
Less, definitely.
Exactly,
If
yeah.
there was, I mean.
Right.
fuck.
If there was, then you know what? This person were educated in this area, and if he can't follow it, I don't know.
It's one of those things where, I mean, yes, we know cigarettes are bad for us. We're told that since day one by, magazines, TV, the general media.
Fathers, mothers.
Mothers, yeah, family,
Health
friends.
Health classes.
Right, health
Middle
classes,
school,
yeah.
elementary school,
You,
high school.
you
There.
know
There,
these
yeah.
are bad for you.
Yeah.
But, like, I know...
It's a personal choice.
I know having, like, bacon with my mac and cheese is also a bad thing, but I'm gonna eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner anyway. You know what I mean? We're college students. Ramen's gonna kill me faster than these things will, but it's fucking college. Shouldn't have said that word.
It's all right.
Now we're on at 10:30.
No, but you know what? You gotta also know that there's people. The non-smokers should also be educated of the smokers. It's not only I shouldn't say not only, but it's not the addiction that makes me want to smoke. I actually enjoy the tobacco flavor.
Yeah.
I really do. I have my mood for it. I have my mental cravings. Sometimes I want a more bold taste. Sometimes I want something light.
Yep.
And
Sometimes I want something
Good way to just
teriyaki.
kick back after a stressful day and kind of
Teriyaki,
relax and
you
just
know,
Light
like
up a stove.
think about the day.
Sometimes
I personally, I smoke quite tobacco. The taste, I like it.
Oh yeah, like black and milds, like wine, cream, those flavors, the
Wooden
wood
tips?
tips, they're awesome. Yeah, dude, it's a flavor. It's acquired taste. It's like fine cheese and wine. So all right, let's go through the group once again. What do you feel is our plan of action?
I say,
In few words.
I say designated an area or more at a reasonable distance from us, and then enforce what they can, and then educate us about morals.
Yeah,
How
I
do you
agree.
feel?
I agree, as long as, stay inside the guidelines.
Respect the rules.
Respect the
Right.
rules.
Yep.
Sean?
I feel we should have ashtrays at multiple locations to help minimize landscaping fees on campus. And designate smoking
trash,
areas to keep us away from the non-smokers.
That's right.
All right, so it looks like the best plan of action for Salem State would be to
get those butt huts. And
get those butt huts and
Immediate
scrap this whole thing. Yeah,
Exactly.
maybe cross our fingers for next year, right?
Yep, hopefully. Maybe even next semester if we're lucky.
All right.
Yeah.
So as always, I'm Crew.
I'm Brian, and this is Salem State Discussions. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Give 'em back like I got my act right. Get your act right. Difficult. And you're so weekend. What anger and discontent.
Hey, cigarette.
I hope my parents don't watch this. I gotta realize it halfway through. I was like,
I changed the
Mom, I love you.